Oh man, I need something to commentate on. I am the side character coming here to bring you the commentary material that you so wish to analyze and cover. Oh boy, got a commentary material. Okay, with that joke about bad commentary intros out of the way, let's begin. So if you search Jonah Smith commentary on YouTube, you'll find that he's kind of a popular name in the community. He gets a lot of commentaries done on him, that's for sure. In this video, he does a commentary on a guy named Larvesta, who made a top 10 worst power-up videos. Most of his points are good, but the bad ones are really rarely glaring. So let's strap in, boys and girls, and let's go to hell!
Okay, that's 20 minutes of my life we'll never get back.
Aw, don't worry, Jonah. We all end up the same in the grave!
Don Devil and his cheap refunds. Anyway, our target for today, Blazing Larvesta. If you've been around the CC for a while, you probably heard of his less than stellar commentaries.
The problem with this clip, he doesn't show his less than stellar commentaries. It might make sense for someone who knows the guy, but for anyone else, they're kind of left clueless. If you're going to say something like this, it would make sense to back it up.
You thought pineapple on pizza was gross? You've clearly never tried wall chicken and tiny mushroom on pizza before.
And here's where my large list of editing suggestions come into play. Okay, Larvesta, holy crud, what are with the visuals in this skit? The Pokemon room you're using as a background takes up far too much space compared to everything else. This also isn't helped by the fact that the images of Larvesta you use are so incredibly small.
It's funny you were talking about editing errors when you cut off the poor Riola's tail. Okay, Riola doesn't really sound right, so I'm just gonna call it Ravioli from now on.
Now, don't get me wrong here. I get where you were going with putting certain items on it, but it fails for two reasons. One being that one of the things on said pizza, specifically the meat from Minecraft, isn't a power-up, but instead just something to help restore hunger, thereby making it kind of pointless to put on it.
Except that's not the meat from Minecraft. This is. Now I'm just curious as to how do you mix those two up?
There's also a manner of really odd scaling issues. If the pizza looks big enough to actually squish you, of course, given that this countdown, it might have been better if it turned out that way.
I think it was obvious he wasn't going for the realism effect here. He just made it big enough to see. The next mistake he makes is he shows the video's terribly long intro. The problem with that is, you could have just, sped through the intro and said how long it was. I mean, it's bad enough you had to see it. You didn't really need to make your audience watch it.
Of all the tropes that gaming has had since the earliest days, power-ups have been some of the most prevalent for quite some time. Whether they be stat boosts to make you stronger, new weapons to mow down mooks with, or fun toys to play around with, power-ups are always a nice thing to have around. Unfortunately, among the plethora of fun and useful power-ups, there have been quite a number of them that completely and utterly malfunction. Whether they be useless, clunky, or obnoxious, these are the power-ups that are better off locked away in their chests. Also, for the record, I'm not including joke items, handicaps, or power downs, just items that are advertised as being beneficial. With that out of the way, stock up your wallet and grab your best equipment because it's time to ignite my flame!
Okay, you're probably wondering why I played that whole thing. Thing is that you're going to have to notice that Larvesta didn't really go into detail about what a power-up actually is.
Except he pretty much does go into detail explaining what a power-up is.
Whether they be stat boosts to make you stronger, new weapons to mow down mooks with, or fun toys to play around with, power-ups are always a nice thing to have around.
Hell, what a power-up does is in the name. It powers you up.
And my eyes want to crawl into a hole and die! Okay, Larvesta, seriously. Not only do you choose a text font that's nearly the same exact color as your background, but you have no outline for your text, you have no idea how unprofessional and lazy it makes you look, do you? Like, text box, adding a shadow, just do anything that isn't this!
Yeah, because that orange just blends into that pitch black background that it's over. I think you need to go get your eyes checked, dude.
However, we're here to talk about the opposite extreme, and easily the most ineffective one, though, would have to be the banana peel. Why does this exist? Just why does this thing even exist? What purpose could this power-up possibly achieve that no other item in the game can arguably do better? All three colors of shells do a better job at knocking down opponents.
A better job at knocking down... What? What kind of shrooms have you been smoking? This wording is all different types of confusion. Eh? Get it? Funny Pokemon joke? But better job? How? Like, okay, maybe with the red show and the blue show I could see where you're coming from, but that can't be said about the green shows, considering you have to be absolutely precise with your timing, and when you throw it, otherwise you just miss your target completely. Now before anybody says something, yes, I am aware that some other things can be done with the item, such as bouncing it off of walls or holding it back. And, well, yeah, I can concede to the latter. The point still stands for the former they have to be incredibly precise on where you have to throw your shell to hit your opponent.
The green shell is obviously better than the banana because the banana doesn't stay in one place and it's obvious to see. And if you're going to say the usefulness is subjective, then your whole point here is pointless. Okay, let's go into the result of this commentary. It really wasn't that bad, yet it did have some glaring issues. Although most of your points were actually pretty good. Yet again, the points that were bad were really, really bad and worth pointing out. With that out of the way, I hope you all enjoyed my return to commentaries. Remember, it's just gonna be one commentary a week unless I can't find something.